Mary Cieslak did a phenomenal job from A to Z. From the time I shook your hand to now this has been a very extraordinary experience in terms of the professionalism, in terms of the accountability, the integrity, and just building the trust between Mary Cieslak and the Leanna Hicks Library of Inkster. Being very transparent with information, being forthright in terms of what we could do, what we couldn't do based on the budget that we had to build the library. And so now we have an institution here in the city of Inkster that is going to not only be around for decades to come, but also helping people understand that we can restore education, that we can restore credibility in terms of empowering residents with a new library that they can call their own. Mary Cieslak, what they, in terms of being excited with the project, but I think one of the things we knew it was real at that time on the board when we started seeing the renderings. Then we realized this was real. Now the city realized this was real. The region realized that there's something special going on in Inkster, and I think your team did a phenomenal job with the renderings in terms of, hey, this is what we can do within the budget, this is how much it's going to cost. Again, the transparency and accountability from Mayor Cieslak to the library board made a big difference in terms of what the vision would look like. When I saw that rendering, I took it to the world. Not just City of Inkster residents, but I took it to the world. I started calling people in Nigeria. I started calling my contacts in Sierra Leone. I started calling my contacts in Jamaica and say, listen, there's something special going on in the City of Inkster that you need to realize that a public library is being built. Globally, libraries are not being built in certain areas, especially in impoverished areas. Education is already, in terms of educational output, is depleted in some areas of the world. And so when you show people that a library is being built in a community like Inkster, that gives other people hope globally. I really appreciate Mayor Cieslak Design for letting us know up front about some issues. I know there were some issues that were going on between us and the city planner at that time, and Mayor Cieslak stepped in and kind of navigated the whole process with the whole planning commission here in the city of Inkster, our city planner and people like that, to ensure the transparency, and this is what we could do to bring some resolve. Now, I was really, really impressed with that. Mayor Cieslak Design provided useful guidance and support, but they also initiated with the library board on how the measurable outcomes were going to look like from the beginning of the project to the very end of the project, to the point of where we did groundbreaking on the project. And again, it didn't take 10 years or 8 years to rebuild the library or anything like that. It only took several months. Yet I wish I can take Mayor Cieslak's Design to Nigeria. That's where my family's from. I wish I could take you to Ghana. I wish I could take you to Kenya. I think it's a company that's worthwhile every penny, every time. Wonderful, wonderful group of people to work with. They're gonna give you a bang for your buck in terms of accountability, in terms of their transparency, in terms of their trust. This is the company to go with, I guarantee it. I mean, just the professionalism and just being straightforward with a library board like ours was just absolutely incredible. I believe that, Mayor Cieslak Design is really that top-notch company, that architectural firm that can meet the needs of a community like Inkster and anywhere in Southeast Michigan. So I highly recommend them. I really, really appreciate the work they have done right here in the city of Inkster to really bring Inkster back to life. I just want to just appreciate Mayor C. Design, on a personal note, just thank you for just being, just walking us through the whole process here in the Leanna Hicks Library of Inkster. This library, for me, is a legacy. This is what I show my son. This is what I've shown other people in my family, my friends, and letting them know that they can do the same thing when it comes to legacy building. This is a legacy for our future generation here in the city of Inkster. This is a legacy for those who have come before us to put this thing in motion. And we just had, a great library board as a team working together to make all this possible. So I just want to thank you so much for being team players with us, for being visionaries for us, setting the tone of what this library can become. And here we are, and I thank you so much.